Hello, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm happy it's 4th of July, everyone. If you celebrate it, I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday and happy 4th of July. I hope you guys are having such a great cookout. If you guys are cooking out, if you guys are not cooking out and just going out to eat, I hope you guys have a wonderful dinner. If you are not doing anything, you're welcome to join my streams. I'm going to be streaming a few times throughout the day. You're welcome to join the stream and celebrate 4th of July with me, if that's the case. Alright. So today, we're going to play the Archon quest, A Space in Time for You. This is the Traveler story quest in Genshin Impact. Alright. The end of your journey is also the beginning. Time is meaningless. You and I are clearly looking at the same view. Space is meaningless. Until your destiny and mine collides and the twine all those threads together. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to go do my dailies real quick. Before I actually start. You know what? No, hold on. Let's do something better. So Malvika, what was it's burst, skill, basic. Okay. Alright, hold on. What's my Arlecchino at? 10, 10, 6. I could upgrade this. Probably won't. That's maxed out. Is Bennett? That's maxed out. Okay. Chingcho. We could go fight this. Because you're literally wait. Yeah, you're one rank away from having that maxed out. You know what? Let's go fight this boss real quick. We'll switch Xingqiu out for a sec, because this enemy is actually... We could just run...
Ready to ride!
Run Mono Pyro team right now.
Rev the engines!
Or first thing. I kinda do want to try to get Arlecchino better set of artifacts. At least a better Pyro Goblet, if I could.
engines!
We haven't fought this boss since Sumeru, to be honest.
Pyroclastic surge!
Not bad.
Huh? Everybody stand! Eat this! Boba, get them!
Laid bare. Go on. The hearth.
Oh.
Now it's extinguished. Light it up. Oh.
Ouch.
Let's light it up! Light up the blazing sun! Try and stop!
Out of the frying pan!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Not bad.
That being said, I believe, yeah, Chincho. How many can I make of these? 15. How many can I make of these? I can't make any. Ah, that's okay. Shalonen. Let's go do this real quick for Shalonen. We'll just go ahead and crown Shalonen's skill before we really actually do anything. I want to make sure I get this stuff out of the way.
Fearless. Shower me with... Take your true form.
Let the world come alive!
Another star goes out. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Fearless.
Ah! Sorry about that. Bada bing and bada boom. Okay. Okay. Elemental skill, elemental burst.
I met a bard once when I was exploring Mondstadt. He taught me how to play music, and dragged me to the tavern to drink with him. I quickly adapted to the feeling of inebriation, and felt completely fine, even as we drank more over the next few days. That bard, though, at some point, I noticed he'd passed out cold in his chair. So I ended up having to pay his bill.
Hey, she met Venti? That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. She has met Venti. Oh, I need to make sure I switch Farina her weapon back. Alright, let's... No. 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 Set this. Yeah, to be honest, we're getting ready to have the last nation. I want to actually make my Pyro DPS Traveler. Worth.
May knowledge guide you.
Playing. I just realized my Arlecchino is about dead. I didn't heal her. Let's do this. We'll hold on that.
Body. Everybody stand back. Witness the power of go.
Go ahead and use this. It's gonna go away. That's a ton of stuff, though.
Transfixed. Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Huh? Teamwork is strength.
Eat this! Boba, get...
Rain cutter. Let's light it up.
Okay.
Laid bare. Rain outlines your fate. Know my soul. Huh? I'm going in. Witness the power of good. Transfix. Time to act. Rain outlines your fate. Let's light it up. Teamwork is
At the frying pan,
rain cutter. Huh?
you're toast!
Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
Yikes. No actual good artifacts. That's alright though. Let me go to Mondstadt real quick. I always like to go to Mondstadt to get the crystal flies real quick. That way, I don't have to, like, really go looking for them. Oh, I can't get that one. Oh, that's okay. Then I just go to this area. Come.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Got him. I guess that kind of makes sense why I put it on her if I'm running Barbara. That's okay. We're just leveling up the HP. to Natlan. Make sure we heal up.
Oh, Tulani and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here.
Oh, hey, Coach Yan-san. What are you doing here all by yourself? Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now.
All right, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count. Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols.
Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too?
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you. But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, no. Don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you. Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, all right? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition!
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look. Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area. That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
Sure thing. Just leave it to us. We're experts at strolling and patrolling, don't you worry.
Fearless.
Fear me if you dare.
Merciless.
Oh, now we gotta run up the hill.
What's this? Was there always a cave here? We should go take a look.
I have no idea. I already explored this area.
Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile. Why is it hiding away here? Ah! You woke it up! Huh? It ran away! Oh, yes, our reputation in Natlan is more fearsome than we thought. Even hilichurls don't want to mess with us now. You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure. It was probably planning to hide it here for safekeeping. Until we showed up. Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still. What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden. Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from? What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship? Wait. You mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Tibet?
Wait, what? A ship brought us? What?
So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
No, I still have mine.
Whoa! Yeah, these look identical. So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the
There's
other
only
one is...
2 of these. The one belongs to me and the other one to my sister.
Knew it! The keys to a spaceship! Somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien. Wait, no. Descender. But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, how did it get here? The simplest explanation is that your sister lost her key somewhere not far from here. Then that Hilichurl found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it. If that's true, it means your sister was here recently. Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Ansan's patrol on a whim. And now we've made this bombshell discovery and found a huge lead on your sister. Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Ansan?
There you are. Looks like you went the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
Oh, hey, Ansan, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made a huge discovery today.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been cancelled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
Wait, canceled? Why? What happened?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Huh?
Didn't expect our suspicions to be confirmed so quickly. Sounds like Lumaine is on the move again. I'll find my way to speak to her in person this time. I've
heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized action on such a large scale. It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
One little sect versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off?
No. You guys are wrong. You guys are totally wrong. It's not one nation. It's the whole world.
Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time?
They're confident.
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much. Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Malika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report to. Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case.
And I can provide some information on the Abyss Order.
Great, then let's head over together.
Are we gonna straight up tell Malvika, yeah, our sister is joined the Abyss, but we don't know why? I was not expecting to see Malvika again this soon. To be honest.
Oh? Great timing, Yon-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
That's
ley
what I'd like
lines.
to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for our recent victory over the Abyss?
Oh, seems unlikely. But then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything past the Abyss Order.
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully.
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time. Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces, for starters. However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me.
No, this one is a personal for me.
Oh? In what way?
The current leader of the Abyss Order is my sister.
Yep, that's how it is.
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what her goal could be?
That's what I want to know as well.
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, he's been trying to track his sister down and get some answers. But she's been avoiding him.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world.
Right?
Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right?
I might even hate the Abyss Order more than you do.
Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position. Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind. If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
Are we gonna run into Dazelin? Dazelin? It would make sense, but I don't know how people are gonna react to Dazelin. There's like only 2 people that have met Dazelin, I believe. That's Kaya, which found out Kaya is from the same civilization of Dazelin, and the captain.
Merciless.
Look, it's Eulalie.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us?
How are things looking? Mawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Eulalie out of the house.
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something? The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Hey! She's saying your sister has poor taste.
If I were her, I would have changed the name a long time ago.
Wait, what? Are you saying his sister is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because I was mad, but maybe I went too far.
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Sweet Lolly. Anyway, let's get 'em!
Oh.
Fulfill our pact!
Unleash!
Let the show begin.
Extinguish!
Mine to wield.
Ha! Cha! Ja! Cha! Ha! Ha! Ja! Ha!
Yeah.
Phew! Much better. That's more like it.
Ooh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements.
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. They picked the wrong target this time.
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold. Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know what hit them.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
The warriors from the Masters of the Nightwind are here!
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold!
Yeah.
Show no mercy!
Obey!
I'll protect us.
Power.
Ha! Ja!
Forward! Crush them!
Okay.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it!
Oh.
Annihilate. The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance!
Lolene! Beef Papa! Get him!
My will embodied.
Hey, let's dance.
Strike a pose! Warriors! Attack! After them! Get to work!
Transfiguration.
Shower me with... Extinguished! You must be the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Nightwind!
All who resist the Abyss will pay the price!
Take your true form.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song!
Ready, steady, go!
Mine to wield. This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
Huh. The Abyss Order's all bark and no bite.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least. And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Nightwind. Well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet. Maybe it's just me, but an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. The fighting gets more and more intense right till the bitter end. But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something.
Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures. It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
Yes.
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
Back to square one. If I could only get the Lumaine to talk to me, I could get an answer for all of us.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that. But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious. And maybe you can finally get some answers.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
See, Lolly, I would love to, but our sibling comes first. Oh, it just teleported us all the way over here.
Merciless.
And we're back where we started. That Hilichurl probably found the key nearby, right? Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. The Ansan and Tilali are waiting for us.
What do you mean waiting for us?
Oh, we've scoured the entire area, but still nothing. How the heck did the key end up in that Hilichurl's hands? Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your sister's pocket as she passed by? Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again, who knows? Sometimes in life, things just go missing and that's that.
Oh, thank goodness! Someone's here. Please help me.
Who are you? What happened?
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
Yeah, where are they? Paimon doesn't see any monsters behind you.
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
We're not. We're completely serious. We don't see any monsters.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
What's wrong with that girl? She must be seeing things. Oh no! It looks like something really hit her. Maybe she was right. Quick, let's see if she's okay. What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous. you finally see them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just now. Great! Thank you, Savior.
Savior?
Paradigm shift.
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so she can't tell.
Be right back, guys. I'm back, guys.
It just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kind of funny, actually. Oh, really?
Sure. It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check. I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's all.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith. Thanks for, saving me just now. I'm really grateful for your help.
She's a character from Konya.
Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With him around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible. So, what was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway?
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
Whoa! That must have been scary! The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
That would make us more monstrous than the monsters.
Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it. But more importantly, did the monsters hurt you? How bad is it?
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there. I won't be doing any more running for a while.
Good idea! We'll take you!
I'm very confused with the story so far.
Thank you so much. Despite getting injured, I still feel much safer with you around. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own. So, where are you from, Deirdith?
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... Yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore. Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the savior is gonna be easy.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny. Anyway, let me start from the beginning. There was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us. The day of disaster is almost upon us, so my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw him. Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior. And he's already got a ton of titles, so he won't mind one extra.
Actually, I don't think it's him.
What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young woman.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
There's someone out there who matches all the requirements.
Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be her.
Who? Who is it?
And that's ironic because was Lu Mane destined to be the savior for this girl's...
You have a sister? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's her. It has to be. Oh, thank goodness. Please, can you take me to see her?
Huh. Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find her.
Huh? But isn't she your sister?
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for her anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together. Yes, everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched. See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience. Time to press her for answers. What's wrong, Deirdre? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
Oh, I just... how should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it there for now. Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again.
I'm at a loss of words.
If you manage to find the savior in the meantime, please come and let me know. Thank you.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
Alright then. Well, take care. Being on your own isn't easy. What a mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her. But hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your sister when she's healed. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
Alright, we're supposed to meet Dainslet in these story quests, but we haven't ran into him.
Oh, you're back! How did it go? Find anything?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
So I take it that the war's still on? That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us, and since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Oh, you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Great. Thanks, you two.
Wow, Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it, though. You do? Then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy. Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something. Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Huh. Interesting. Oh well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Huh. Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, Traveler.
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this, like, a meet and greet? I wasn't... I'm so nervous.
Hey, come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a Traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war. But a one-on-one chat with our great hero? That could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
No one's one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax.
All right, then. I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
What Paimon gets? An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Huh. Paimon's starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
I think it's the fair request.
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Hermione for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
Ugh. Paimon can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again. Now you gotta spar with the Traveler. What gives?
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Okay. Well, to each their own. But Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap and get back to Yan-san.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentaro.
Traveler? You're back already? No one thought to wake me up, huh?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless, what I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Yeah, that's right. Does that mean anything to you, Siglali?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
Paimon, do you not remember the last time we had this conversation that the Abyss can make their own ley lines now?
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
No shot. This is they're meditating in this reality because the Abyss Order is basically colliding with our reality at the same time. So, which is why the Abyss is meditating, because they don't see us as a threat anymore, because they already conquered Natlan, I'm assuming.
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natland for good.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs.
I might as well ask one more question.
Oh? Sure, what is it?
That are only... Have you ever seen a monster that is only visible to certain people?
Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form? It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the...
Alright, we get it! Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short answer is... there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Hey, I'm not that old!
Right? I agree. It's hard to say what it was for sure.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
You tell her the two about what happened.
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? Sounds a little contrived.
She's jealous! She's jealous!
Huh? That's the part that bothers you?
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact.
She's jealous, I can tell!
But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Yeah.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
It would be kind of funny if Sea Lolly followed us.
Fearless. Merciless.
We'll still be here, right? Oh.
Nope.
So quiet, though. Uh-oh. What if Yansa was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here at all. Traveler, watch out!
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me. Oh, did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
Was she the hilly troll that ran out of the cave?
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
This would make sense. All that we seen the monsters. We're seeing the past collide with our universe or our dimension. Is she the hilly troll that ran out of the cave? But when she came back, she was human. This is before she possibly turned into a hilly troll.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh, that's weirdly precise. Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so weak. Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero. He already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know? Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now, too. Go on, then. You can join us for dinner.
Whew. I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdre. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out. The air seems fresher, and the stars more beautiful than ever before.
You weren't in there that long.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually real?
Why would she think that? Does she know about the full sky?
But my grandma would tell me, the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really. Is it kind of like how journeying with the Traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
I really treasured my world for a really long time. The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
We never asked what her village was called.
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my journey to find the Savior. I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child. Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing, so I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? That's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma. Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
Can you see them now?
Paimon still can't see anything. But please, be careful.
Power.
I'm convinced you have to use a cryo goblet.
By ordinance divine.
Start. Power.
Oh!
Shower me with praise. Let the world come alive. Transfiguration.
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you get all of them? Oh, Paimon's slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing all right, Deirdith? Deirdith? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
I was just... the image of the Traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do.
Alright. Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
I'm personally satisfied that is not a threat, but I can't hurt to monitor her for another night.
Alright. Gyarados will be... Huh? Gyarados? Why are you going in alone?
Night Kingdom. Remaining the Lord of the Night? My head, it hurts. My headache is gone. I think I hear the voice in the darkness.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
You're awake! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares. But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even...
Oh, is that right? You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
She's so annoyed.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What does that have to do with it? No way is Paimon getting back to sleep after this. You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Aww. Do I really seem that shady to you?
Clearly.
Well, Gyarados, there should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all this for me. 3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the savior.
Alright, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Gyarados.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
Ah, that's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Hold on. Who's Malvika? Who's Malvika? I think I see something. Hold on.
like they're marching to war. More like they're... running away?
Where? What are you talking about?
She's not from this timeline.
You don't see them? They're heading right this way!
Wait a second.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
We'll allow you to see them.
You're right! I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Deerdick? Or the monsters themselves? Or is it us? Well,
It's neither.
might as well mow these ones down.
She's
just so
not
we
from
can't
this
pose a threat to the
timeline.
tribes. Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
Believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. The plot thickens. Turns out there are also monsters which I can see, but yeah, can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Maybe something went down on the front line. Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind right away. We gotta go. Bye for now, Deerdick.
See ya, and please take care.
Excuse me. Oh, I already can tell. See, Lolly's gonna get so mad or so jealous that she was holding our hand while we were sleeping.
Hey, Eon-san, we're back. We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
The front line has collapsed.
Huh?
What?
How?
Did the Abyss Order send reinforcements, or did they have deployed some kind of...
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Oh, feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this
Did-
is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Did we unleash the Pyro's Archon's might on them?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
Because they already achieved their goal.
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
He saw Daneslit. I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent.
No.
But still, we have to identify this person.
We already know.
And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person.
Yeah.
Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
He never misses an occasion like this.
Daneslit.
Yeah. As they described, it was definitely gonna be him. He's always in these type of quests. I'm surprised Lolly didn't. I wonder if Lolly actually is talking to him right now. Oh, there's no voice actor for this one. God damn it, man. Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Ian-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
She's fangirling. No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance. Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Ian-san! Hey, Dane! Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend!
Yes, I remember the name, but I will not invest more emotion than is necessary when dealing with citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Fine, since you helped break the statement, we'll let you off the hook.
Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before I have seen the Abyss take action on such a large scale. Taking at face value, it seems highly critical in the war with the Natlanists, but the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal, must be a deeper one.
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
I've been on the case for some time, even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none of the wiser. I can only assume they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this, but the Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so whether they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack the actual intelligence for now, we might as well continue to force on the fight. Leave them to their secret plots. If they are so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than what they could ever have anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They never be able to amount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time. The sooner we can do that, the better. That's right. The ideal scenario would be destroy them before they could reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
So the goal is to defeat as much of the Abyss before they could achieve that goal. Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dane.
Sounds like Dane's one-man attack on the enemy front line. What about you? Any news to share from your end?
Well, actually, we found his sister's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. She must have lost it.
So she's here in person. unsurprisingly given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably his sister.
Hold on, that girl called her the Savior.
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
The last time I heard that term was before the catalysm. And not just that, it was referred to your sister then too. But who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when it has already taken place? Even before that term's been around.
Wait, wasn't his sister called the princess though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
Well, when she was first granted the title of princess, king and the entire court set about loudly proclaiming that the might that she would bring to the nation. They made it sound as if with her there, all pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future Condria would be brighter than anyone could ever imagine. The Savior was the celebration title given to the princess by those who believe in this historical. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony of its glare, all that title really stood was the vast king's lust for power.
Sounds like the people of Conria really believed in her.
That means she had to be the hilly troll that ran out of that cave. Is that why Lumini is so determined to revive the homeland? Because she thinks she failed as Condria's savior? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she is a descendant from the pure blood and cursed of mortality. They must have resettling somewhere remote and cut off the rest of the world. That would explain how people retained their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden hair savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
If she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Nightwind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
I will consider it, but we must discuss our next step first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine. Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to share with you.
Okay.
We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan. After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
The first city of Natlan.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all!
Yeah.
And with any luck, maybe we'll find your sister there too.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Malika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very well, then I will go there alone. Thanks for the intel.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
I agree with Dainsleif, though.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
No.
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements. Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Allow me to join you, Dainsleif.
For a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Oh. This is not Cinder City. Isn't this Cinder City? Good thing I didn't explore this area. The assault of the Abyss Order stronghold. Oh, it's gonna force me to use the Traveler, isn't it?
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in Natlan?
All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to either stay hidden or variety defending their positions. This may be the first chance I've ever had to finally make dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can promise I'll be able to have your back at the moment notice. But if you run into Abyss power mechanism, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them when I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives. And if you get to meet your sister again, even better. Let's...
Alright. In this battle, Dainsleif will show you the might of the Twilight Sword. Summon him to clear... We get to play as Dainsleif? That bar of the path. The master of Connor's court guard captain allows him to easily the weakness of opposing elemental warmth. His long war against the Abyss has made him highly of their weaknesses, allowing him to destroy their void worms. I did not mean to do that. Oh, we don't get to play him. That is a shame. Party setup. We have to use Natlan's characters. We might as well use the Traveler. Yeah. We have to use Natlan characters because we're gonna fight enemies that are Natlan related weaknesses. So, as much as I want to use Skirt, we really do need to use... Oh, I am...
Bring it! Open fire! Bullseye!
I just realized I am.
Burn it down! Open fire!
Oh.
All right. Let the mountain's veins boil! Rise with the sun! Wrath from the sky! Let's fly!
Oh, you're Pyro! I might have made a big mistake.
Open fire! Open fire! Bullseye! Bullseye! Fire in the hole!
Oh,
This is a very
maybe not.
different battle from the one we fought with the Archon. No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
This is actually...
Let's ride! Full throttle! Pyroclastic surge! All right. Hear the echoes of the valley. Take me up.
Peace be with you.
Open fire.
Let the light shine.
Bullseye. Bullseye. Let's ride. Try and stop me. Light of the blazing sun.
The tree shall endure.
Ta-da! Might need to swap this weapon off. Ah! Okay, for the time being.
Bring it. Letting grave names echo. Pyroclastic surge! Rep! Ha! Locked on! Bullseye! Hold on to your hats. Hear the echoes of the valley! Light of the blazing sun! Let's ride! Wrath from the sky!
Days, the relentless spectre that haunts us. The abyss is all present. To flee is futile. To resist it, fame. Abyss, grant me new life.
Open fire! Locked on! Locked on! Fire in the hole!
All right. Let the mountain's veins boil!
Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop me!
Let's fly!
Open fire! Locked on!
This is about to get messy. Bring it!
Locked on!
Ow.
Bullseye! Locked on! Locked on!
The abyss shall rise once again.
An Abyss lecture.
Twilight Sword Dainsleif. Is this really what you want?
It is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So, where's the Traveler's sister then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy. But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
Your riddling tires me. The overwhelming advantage is ours. At least, for the moment, you know what that means for you. I like to see what makes you believe you already won, or that can you still turn the tides of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our princess has already won by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. Her Highness has achieved something far greater. For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
The Abyss Order's greatest wish.
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction, and then used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
What? She used the Loom of Fate? Wait, does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give her some cover? Oh no! This makes too much sense.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived.
So, we might not go to Snezhnaya next. We might go to Conria.
And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsleif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years, and begin their lives anew in a Conria.
That might be the reason why the girl was able to talk to us and tell us that I was looking for the Savior, because the Savior brought the nation back in the past, where before the issue of the cataclysm has happened. What's a loaf of drivel? Your falsehood are riddles with flaws. My ears tired of the... Isn't there more to reviving a homeland?
steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just re-wove. Plus, if it was really so easy, Malika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
I have one simple question. If Chandra has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you. Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
Anything amiss? Are there signs that I could have missed?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still. It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
As I vulgarly remember seeing Lumaine in the Night Kingdom facing the Lord of the Night. Wait, that's not all. There was other signs as well. From the stronghold. According to the guards stationed near the Master of the Nightwind, many of the members of the Abyss Orders were idling around during the lull of the conflict, even settling down to meditate. Abyss Orders choose to retreat from the stronghold. The Abyss Order retreated when we attacked their stronghold with Unsinciale. This isn't their usual style. I couldn't see the monsters that I keep butchering her name. Could see. She couldn't see the ones that I could. We could only see the monsters that each other sights after making physical contact. It's definitely this. Ensuring he is right, then there's another possibility arise. Maybe I'm in a different time and space from and if she's like suspected, then that means revive that Chandra that he speaks might actually exist, and despite hailing from that separate time and space, has found a way to communicate with us. Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe in his lies. That Carter has been revived. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. The is only is one thing that should determine our attention in this instant, and that is silencing this man for good.
Give in to the embrace.
Knock him down.
Oh!
Couldn't transcend. Light of the blazing sun! Letting brave names echo! Let's ride! Bullseye! Locked on! Open fire! Open fire! This is a... Wrath from the sky!
Raw.
Still not understand. You battle in strong. My body is failing. Will not bring shame to the name of the
Pyroclastic surge! Try and stop! Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it! Let's ride! Rev the engines! Light up the blazing sun!
You battle in vain! The Abyss Order's mission has been fulfilled!
That should be all of them, right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natland, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all. Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
I understand you think she might be from... Yes. I have to say my piece. I doubt Connor could be revived so easily. But if it will give you some peace of mind, you should talk to her and test your theory. I will stay here and do some post-battling cleanup. Perhaps there are some clues left to be found. Oh. I thought your voice seemed familiar. My mistaken. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. The curse of immortality has struck you too, then, Hayden.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master. Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
How your arrogance and maliciousness cost you all of my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over.
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never, in all my worst nightmares, have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just your action of the Abyss Order. If I took into account what you did to... And you soon find out much darker your nightmares would... What did you do?
All right, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little. What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
I never thought you sided the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the princess for her betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them. But she was nowhere to be found. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within her had been divided up. Yet we still despaired at her choice to leave us. Still, I believe that everything she's doing now, including her regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in her heart. And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
I suppose you have changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I would never expect you to forgive her. Had you been so genius during your time as a knight academia, as my instructor in Black Serpent blade work, I might not have come to loathe you so much.
Is that so?
All my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of the Academia's code of Calvary, yet I received punishment for being restless and blash. In as much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-student No. Shirotoshi. No. Dainsleif, are you part of the villains that Skirt has been looking for? Even lost a limb over it. There is little point of discussing it now, of course, but all this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? You wore a mask of malevolence as you vigorously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation. What, too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is, I honestly can't remember them anymore. Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form. But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition. Even if mine was a past steeped in sin, or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it. Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely. I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Khaenri'ah we once called home.
No wonder your personality struck me as different. Your memories are indeed really part of your personality identity. So we once called home. Slowly closed his eyes and countless was the memories. All the sights and memories and feelings of everything attached. I'm not able to read that fast.
You seem to remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I'm not interested. I have neither the time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient, as long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
The loom of fate, what have you done? Tell me.
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif. You were right. I lied to you earlier. Your wits are too sharp to be fooled by me. The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete. Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Conria's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Conria from that age.
Really?
The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories. And so, we relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most
Which
cases,
is why they were
the more
meditating.
we all share, the more that can be restored.
Which is why they were meditating this entire time. Is running as we speak. In so-called meditation, your members have been performing its purpose to supply the Luma with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Yep.
We are people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future. Will weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. Ah, what a glorious undertaking! What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
So that's where I was supposed to come in. You looked for assistance from your mortal enemy, who was sworn to hunt you down.
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition. Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Conrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most. We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as bait.
So this was your true goal, to lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memory. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army, that stakes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. You're gambling everything you have on a loom of fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps. But that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the loom of fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Conria is complete!
Enough of your beloved leader. You said you would pay any price of my memories, did you not? In that case, perhaps to be slain by another 100 times would be your... I hope it was worth it.
Fearless.
I'm just gonna teleport there.
Merciless.
It's Judith! Great! She's still here!
Merciless.
Are you okay? Did something happen? what this could be. We know about these cubes. So at the beginning of the game where we chose to choose which traveler we were going to be, that unknown god that took our sibling away is the reason Chondria is no more. So the Abyss Order blames the gods for it, where the gods had nothing to do with it. It was the people above the gods. And the Abyss Order is fighting us, not knowing that we are not the true enemy for them. So in the end, for Tui, the Abyss Order aren't enemies of ours. We just have a conflict between them because we all have different aspects. But the only person that has witnessed it all is us. Okay. Is this where it's right now? So she really is
not from the same world, are we?
No. I'm coming from your future.
Wait, but that's great! That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland? No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around.
The Savior left you, that is.
I'll carry on looking for her, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my Savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your sister. Surely she must be desperate to find you too. So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met? That way when I do find her, I can convince her that you're also searching for her.
A memento. Wait.
What is it?
Yeah, I called it. Is this her future or is her fate? Oh boy, this is gonna suck. I don't know which one to do. The thing is, if we give her the key, okay? So, when we met the Hilly Troll, our sibling left her. She must be looking for us. In her, this starts to add up. Why? So she showed up 500 years before us. Because in her timeline, we are the villain of the Abyss Order. Okay? We are leading an Abyss Order on her side. But in our timeline, she's... This makes so much sense. It all stopped. So that's what happened. The ruler of time must have had a hand in this. There is no other way that this meeting could have been taken place. Lumaine. I knew only the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. When the Catalans first began 500 years ago, I, as the Princess of Condria, was preparing to do my part to fight back with all my might. But then this girl, she found me. The irony that even she desperately begged me to save the world. She brought me news of you. I was stunned, and I was suspicious of her claims that you were searching for me. But then she showed me the key. She actually did it. We've been separated ever since I was awakened in Teyvat. I searched the whole planet and found no traces of you anywhere. Then she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. I was faced with an extreme difficulty decision. She was looking for us, and we gave her... I desperately wanted to see you again, but Condria was quietly desperate in need of my help. I knew that no matter what I choose, I would regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steeled myself against my guilt and made my decision. You left them to search for us. In return, Condria was destroyed. And then, but when I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key of the chamber was still secured in your person. 3 keys exist in that moment. I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. That's where we're right now, the intersection of our memories. This question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer could come to me like this. So my action 500 years ago in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me? See, to bring us together, but unfortunate. It is versions of us 500 years apart. She hoped that the Savior would rescue Condria and save the entire world, but instead of the news she brought and led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful is that her fate? Is that her story ends? Really, has Condria really been revived? Have you done what you set out to do? Not yet, but I've taken very important steps. Now the ley lines of Condria are complete. I always thought of Teyvat ley lines were locked principles. No more can be added. Existing ones can be replaced. But then I've learned about Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be exclusive to the rules. It was in me as a sense. So I directed Abyss Order the attack of Natlan, buying me some time to enter the gym and negotiate the Night Lord. Unfortunately, the other reasons, even the Night Kingdom could not host any new ley lines. Most I could get was some rune to carry out a wavered process. the Lord of the Night did say before that even she could only construct Natlan's ley line. It's probably the same reason. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission to activate the Lorm of Fate. Using as the base, I was able to grow a realm base of Condria for 500 years ago, posing other present days of Natlan space-time. That allows you to cross paths. That's what I saw in my dream. She's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is, why did the Lords of Night agree to this? After that, the new Condria was enriched with memories of old and dawn from the Abyss Order members of their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials, the realm template, the Loom of Fate was finally finished its work. What I now hold in my hand is the Atlas of the New World. This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within the entire network of the new ley lines. With this, now the nation once known as Conjure can rise again. One day, I will find a suitable host location for it. Why are you reviving so important to you? I don't understand. Is it really just because of the guilt? When I first arrived in Condria 500 years ago, my memories was completely blank. It was only after I had served as their princess for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. What, your memories were erased? But recovering old memories did not simply erase the part of my life I spent in Condria. I still see it as my second home. That is why my guilt, it weighs so heavily on me. But even so, that was only contributing the part of my motive. More importantly, if I wish to speak to the heavenly principles as a equal, I will need the might of the entire world behind me. I don't know why, but the way you're talking just doesn't sound like you at all. Lumaine, this whole thing, your plan, what does it have to do with us? All along, it's only ever been about us. Goodbye. We will begin at the end of your journey. Bro. We don't even know if the Abyss is the enemy anymore.
Our hero is back! Everyone's been waiting for you! The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dainsless, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world. Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot, but looking a lot more glum.
I need some time to take everything in.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your sister? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
Huh? You met your sister?
We had a long
you
talk.
didn't get to tell Paimon right away? Well, oh, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
What your sister accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
That caught me off guard.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated. During the war with the Abyss, Malwika had an argument with the captain. Malwika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
They don't know about Condria.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Huh.
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now.
We
We've
know
just
what
won
it
a
was.
war. Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate.
It wasn't really
I
a
trust the
war.
Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands. So it's one less thing for us to worry about. Don't you agree, Traveler? Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
There's somewhere else I want to go first.
Huh?
Eon-san, leave him be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?
Dude, we didn't even speak to Paimon. The fact that... Bruh. This was all planned. This was all planned since the beginning. That's kind of crazy. And it makes sense. Oh, that is... It really does. If you guys don't understand, she found our time capsule, okay? But when she's from a different world from us, where she is a descender. Before you know it, you have fallen asleep, drowning in the thoughts. You faintly sense that felt someone collapse your hand. This time, you sense a deep sleep. Yeah. Bro. The fact was... her sister left that thing there because it was flip-flopped. We were the savior and her in that world. which put her in the mindset that we were the savior for them. Which is why the new Dai thought we were the savior, because her mind was flip-flopped. She was connected to both worlds at the same time. So, that is kind of crazy. That being said, that's the end of Genshin Impact's character story quest. We probably won't see our sibling probably until the end of our journey. So that being said, I'll catch you guys later.